Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ilham Febrianto with NPM G1D 021018 Class B Electrical Engineering Study Program, Engineering Faculty, Bengkulu University. I will read the page from 88 to 89, which is the midterm test of engineering English. Above says that E0 and B0 are also orthogonal to each other. You can check that the four Maxwell equation doesn't lead to any further constraints. Using the dispersion relation omega equals CK, the last constraint above can be written as K multiplied by E0 divided by C equals B0. This means that the three vectors K, E0 divided by C and B0 from a right-handed orthogonal triad waves of this from our side to be linearly polarized. The electric and magnetic field oscillate in fixed direction, but of which are transverse to the direction of propagation. Next, circular and elliptic polarization. Suppose that we now take A0 and B0 to be complex. The actual electric and magnetic fields are just the real parts of 4.18. But now the polarization does not point in a fixed direction. To see this right, E0 equals A minus E minus I beta. The real part of the electric field is then E equals A cos K multiplied by X minus omega T plus beta sin K multiplied by X minus omega T. With Maxwell equation ensuring that A multiplied by K equals beta multiplied by K equals 0. If we look at the direction of E at some fixed point in space, say the origin X equals 0, we see that it doesn't point in a fixed direction. Instead, it rotates over time within the plane spanned by A and beta, which is the plane perpendicular to K. A special case is when the path of E0 is E power EP divided by 4, so that absolute A equals absolute beta with the further restriction that A multiplied by beta equals 0, then the direction of E trace out a circle over time in the plane perpendicular to K. This is called circular polarization. The polarization is said to be right-hand if beta equals K multiplied by A and left-handed if beta equals minus K multiplied by A. In general, the direction of E at some point in space will trace out an ellipse in the plane perpendicular to the direction of propagation K. Unsurprisingly, such light is said to have elliptic polarization. Next, general wave. A general solution to the wave equation consists of combination of waves of different wave number and polarization. It is naturally expressed as a Fourier decomposition by summing over solution with different wave vectors. Ext equals d power 3 k divided by 2p power k power 3 e k e power e k multiplied by x minus omega t. Here, the frequency of each wave depend on the wave vector by the now familiar dispersion relation omega equals c. Next, 4.3.3, an application, reflection of a conductor. There are lots of things to explore with electromagnetic waves, and we will see many examples later in the course. For now, we look at a simple application. We will reflect waves of a conductor. We all know from experience that conductor like metals looks shiny. Here we'll see why. Suppose that the conductor occupies the half of space x is more than 0. We start by shining the light head-on onto the surface. This means an incident plane wave traveling in the x direction. E ins equals E0, y e power I kx minus omega t, where as before omega equals ck inside the conductor, we know that we must have E equals 0, but the component E multiplied by y lies tangential to the surface, and so by continuity must also vanish just outside at x equals 0. We achieve this by adding a reflect wave traveling in the opposite direction. Eref equals minus E0 y e power e minus k x minus omega t, so that the combination E equals E ins plus E ref satisfies E x equals 0 as it must. This is illustrated in the figure. Note, however, that the figure is a little bit misleading. The two waves are shown displaced but in reality but fill all of space and should be superposed on top of each other. We have already seen above that the corresponding magnetic field can be determined by nabla multiplied by E equals minus dB divided by dt. If it is given by B equals B ins plus B ref with B ins equals E0 divided by C ZE power K x minus omega t, and B ref equals E0 divided by C ZE power I minus kx omega t. This always be multiplied by n equals 0 as it should by continuity, but the tangential component doesn't vanish at the surface. Instead, we have b multiplied z x equals 0 equals to E0 divided by C E power minus I omega t. Since the magnetic field vanishes inside the conductor, we have a discontinuity, but there's no mystery here. We know from our previous discussion 3.6 that this corresponds to a surface current K induced by the wave K equals to E0 divided by C micro 0 y e power minus I omega t. We see that the surface current oscillates with the frequency of the reflect wave. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.